is fascinating about her is what you see on her, and that's it.
There's no depth.
There's no depth.
It's surface level.
Which one they are too wicked now?
I'll tell you why.
Which one they are too wicked with? Which one they are too wicked?
Hey! The malice this season. It's all gonna be very toxic. Guys, it's gonna be really toxic, and it has already begun. Oh God, let me tell you, the malice that we're gonna have this season, we're gonna experience it in full HD TV, 4K quality, whichever one you're using. Yeah, it's gonna be mind-blowing because it has started already. Ladies and gentlemen, if you see the gossip session that I witnessed last night, sponsored by Sultana, Ortega, Doris, Sabrina, Kola. By the way, you see that Kola? I'm coming. Because that one has made Dede his storyline this season. Ladies and gentlemen, if you see the gossip session that these people had last night, these people did not sleep until about 5 a.m. this morning. The gossip. Was there anybody they did not talk about last night? They talked about all the housemates. And hey, guilty as charged, because I know that a lot of you will be saying, hey, Glory, you enjoyed it, you liked it. Leave it for me. I enjoyed it. I liked it. However, see ya, it was quite fun at the get-go, right? It was interesting. It was exciting. I mean, guys, come on. When you have the gossip crew of the house, they get to give you all the juicy details of things that the cameras did not get to show you, right? So I was quite excited. However, the thing now started going south. Before it was sweet, it was, but boom, it just suddenly changed course, right? It became a full-blown session of malicious and jealous people trying to tear down certain specific housemates, especially Sultana and Sabrina. The way these people literally carried Dede's matter on their head. There was nothing they did not say to drag down this girl last night, to the point that Sultana even said the worst. And I was quite disappointed. Because there and then, I started asking myself that, why is it that these housemates, season in, season out, they always think that the best way to buy the minds of the viewers is by saying the trashiest and the meanest things about certain housemates? What makes you think that that is the only way you can win the money? I mean, look at all the winners from season 1 to now. Can't you see that there's something that they actually have in common? They don't try to use their mouth to tear that. See, guys, I'm talking too much here. We're going to get into this video. I'm going to spill all the tea, all right? I'm going to spill all the tea because it was quite a lot. It was really a lot, all right? So I'm going to spill all the tea. And I look forward to hearing your thoughts in the comment section below, all right? But before we get right into it, hi, you're especially welcome to my channel. My name is Glory Elijah. This is Frankly Speaking with Glory Elijah, and I am the girl with the tea. Guys, do not forget to send me your emails for your advert proposals, all right? I look forward to seeing your emails. So far, I have been seeing emails, and we are talking already, all right? So if you need that opportunity to position your brand, your business, send me an email, all right? Send me an email introducing your business. Let me know what exactly you want. And of course, I will send you my rate card so that we can proceed from there, all right? Now, all of that said, let's just dive right into the details of this video. So, on that table, there was Kola, Doris, Ortega, Ruboy, Faith. There was also Sabrina. Yeah, there was Sabrina. Who else? Did I miss anybody else? Yeah, those are the people that were actually there. So I think probably because of the fear of nomination, and they want to create more impact in the house. They want to be the gist carriers. They want to be the analyst of the house that gets to break down things that are happening or probably are not happening as well, just to spice things up. they all just, one by one, they were trooping downstairs, and then they even went to go and call Sultana, and boom, the gist started. Now, Sultana had not gotten over the disagreement she had with a friend, Ivata, earlier in the day. I did a video about it, about how there was a misunderstanding, earlier in the day. Both of them, they jumped into a cursing spree at each other. And I told you all that Ivata has allowed the matter to rest, but Sultana has not, because she had been jumping from Tom to Jack, every Tom, Dick and Harry, telling them what had happened, and had been twisting the whole story, even, to gain sympathy, which is quite normal. Now, in real life, it is very abnormal, but in Big Brother's house, it is quite normal, because that is what people do. That is what the competition, that is where the competition gets to. People get very, very vindictive and malicious, right? So she was not relenting. And so in that clique, that group, she continued telling and telling and telling what happened like they were not there. And at some point, Faith and Ortega, they were trying to explain to her that, listen, both of you were actually right and wrong at the same time, because you both saw that situation from your own perspective, which is right. But people on the outside could see that it was a clear case of miscommunication. Your tone of voice triggered her. They were trying to explain all of these things to her, but for her, she had made up her mind that Ivata was going to be a sworn enemy this season. And so she was not going to allow anybody to derail her from whatever sentiment she had already built up in her mind. Now, the talk about Ivata dragged on and on and on. And it was quite shocking that Doris literally brought this matter on her head. The way Doris was a very, very active and demonstrative partner to Sultana in that conversation, guys, it was insane. Now, I know that Doris is actually very good friends with Sultana already in the house, but she actually had like a chill, like a cordial rapport with Ivata. All these girls with their accents, the big aunties in the house, they had that thing going. On Sunday, when they got into the house, so I was quite shocked, the switch. It was like Doris had been waiting all her life, her entire existence, to jump on a hate wagon against Ivata. I don't know why. So she had a lot to say as well. So it dragged on and on and on. And guys, it was a lot. To the point that Sultana was spreading to the rest of the clique that Ivata is a hypocrite, because all the guys that has been coming to talk to her, she has noticed that Ivata is going to go and talk to them as well. That it's as if Ivata wants what she wants. That Ivata will be here having lunch with this guy and that guy, knowing fully well that these guys are already chatting with her. And I'm like, wow. In the space of less than 24 hours that this guy's got into the house, suddenly Sultana knows that Ivata wants to snatch all our potential suitors. Really? Now, it wasn't just about the boys. It wasn't just about their altercation earlier in the day that was really pissing off Sultana and Doris. There's also the part where, because Gigi Jasmine was also caught up in the mix of that whole situation earlier yesterday, that whole altercation. But Gigi Jasmine is Ivata's best friend in the house, yeah? And Sultana was expecting both of them to have fallen apart, that their friendship should have ended, because she felt like whilst Ivata was shouting, she was also shouting at her friend Gigi Jasmine, which was quite weird, because guys, I watched the shouting match. It was actually between Sultana herself and Ivata, but Sultana was angry because she said, look, Gigi Jasmine doesn't even have a backbone anymore, that Gigi is the kind of girl that likes being friends with girls that she feels are very vulnerable, girls that are very soft, so that she will take away their individuality. And in fact, Doris literally declared that Ivata has stolen Gigi's individuality. And so what is happening now is that Gigi Jasmine is following Ivata all around the house. That even when they would say, oh, they should go and sleep, Gigi would look at Ivata for validation. Let me be very sure who actually said that. Yes, it was specifically Doris that said that Gigi Jasmine now seeks validation, always seeks Ivata's opinion before she can do anything in the house. They even said that, oh, even after the argument that Gigi Jasmine went to go and ring the gong, or hit the gong to the diary room to seek a therapist to talk to, because it was as if that whole thing damaged her or it shot. I say, hey, now wow, see gist. And as I said, Doris was a very, very active and demonstrative participant and contributor in that conversation, because it looked like she had been looking for the moment for her to boom, jump and chop Ivata. They said a lot, oh, they said a whole lot. They said a lot. Now, they even concluded that Ivata is the one controlling Gigi Jasmine now. And for Sultana, how come after that altercation they had earlier in the day, she and Ivata are no longer talking, but Gigi is still talking to Ivata? Faith said that's because they had a conversation and they settled their differences, just like we were advising you to go and settle your differences, which makes sense. But Sultana does not want to settle differences. I said, okay, bam. Should people want to give us female rivalry this season? I am here for it. I will see it to the end, because it was very glaring that Sultana does not want peace. She wants violence. And me, I am here for that violence. So she had better keep that same energy, because I want to see it happen. Now, it did not end with Ivata. She moved on to talking about Mensan. Yeah, Mensan, the pressure guy. That the guy was making advances at her. They were drinking last night, and the guy was sort of telling her that he was going to bed. Is she coming? Now, she said it in a suggestive manner, like the guy was inviting her for both of them to go and smash. And the rest of the group, they were like, hey, like, guys, I saw what happened outside beside the pool. Mensan was not suggesting for them to go and do anything freaky inside the house, because that guy already declared that he has a girlfriend on the outside. His girlfriend gave him the pass to have fun, do whatever he likes, but he has a girlfriend outside and he loves his girlfriend, right? So the way Sultana spread the gist, she made it look like Mensan was telling her that they should go and smash in the house. And I saw where that thing happened. See, outside was cold, everywhere was cold, so housemates were going into the house one by one. They wanted to sleep. Remember, they did not sleep on Sunday night, especially the guys. And Mensan wanted to stand up. He said, I'm going inside though. And Sultana was like, where they go? Don't go anywhere. Like, it was as if she told him to sit down, don't go, don't leave. So the guy was forced to stay outside. So when she was now giving this gist to her clique, I almost gagged. I was confused, because I was wondering, like, girl, are you for real? Did this guy really tell you that people should go and smash? And then she was not upset, because she said the guy, because she refused the guy, because she rejected the guy, it seems like the guy wants to now replace her with someone else. And even the person is not even up to here. The person is not even up to par. I said, Sister Sultana, wait, hold on. Let's say this your shoulder part, don't to raise. Carry on down. Like, girl, calm down. You are doing too much at this point. Because what the hell? Because this girl was giving tall tales that I did not see. I'm baffled. Now, Sultana's upset is that because she rejected Mensan is now leaving her to go and chase Isabella. And mind you, Mensan and Isabella, they are from Port Harcourt, so they have this Port Harcourt, Niger Delta vibe going on. They flow and they relate with each other like that. So it's not like there's anything sexual there yet. But Sultana was suggesting that was the reason. And I'm like, girl, Mensan has been talking to Isabella from the moment he entered the house. They've clicked as Port Harcourt-born babies. So what are you on about? So she was now referring to Isabella as, Isabella is not even up to here. In other words, the class, the levels, I say, oh my goodness, this is a lot. This is a lot to take in. And then Doris also suggested that they should not mind Isabella, that because Isabella is easy. So I love the fact that anytime they say nonsense, Ortega and Faith, they will fire back with a rebuttal that no, that Isabella is not easy. You know, she makes herself look easy, but she's not. That she's a Port Harcourt babe. They have a tough backbone. They like stressing men. They play hard to get a lot. You know, so it seemed like that was sort of disappointing to Sultana and Doris, right? So they were not trying to correct that. Hey, it's not like we are saying that she's easy. We are just saying. I'm like, you are just fucking up right now. You're messing up big time. Now, what they were now doing in the clique was anybody that has gist, bring it. So Rude Boy brought gist, and his gist was plenty and scattered. Now, he gave us gist that same Sunday night that the guys were introduced into the house, that Kai Kumi had sent him, or I think Isabella had sent him to go and ask Kai Kumi if he has somewhere to sleep, he should come to her bed. And Kai Kumi had immediately ran to her bed, and they had kissed, and the way he described it, they had kissed and they had smooched. Because according to him, he was hearing Isabella saying, yeah, that's the right place. Yeah, that's the right place. I say, hey! These people just met. What are we talking about? They just met. It did not end there. He also told the group that upstairs, Dan Boskid and Zita, they were kissing and smooching. Guys, if you've seen my previous video, I shared the gist. Although I told you all that I don't know what they were doing beneath the sheet. So, but Dan Boski cleared it. He said they were kissing and smooching there. So they started analyzing potential ships in the house, and Kola decided to bring Dede's matter to the table. Bam. I'm like, Kola, hold on a second. It might seem as though Dede is now your storyline for this season, because you see that hug that Dede did not hug Kola since on Sunday. And then also in the arena, yes, they're doing the head of house challenger, you know, after Dede passed with flying colors, right? The whole challenges. Most of the housemates, they were hugging her, they were congratulating her. She had said that she's not a hugger, so it was kind of awkward for her. She had refused to hug Kola. Kola was still very angry. And then according to Kola, Dede had said, oh, I heard you said something, He had taken it personal. Later on, he went to go and report Dede to Doris and Joanna, and they said no, that she said she was just joking, but the guy had taken it to heart. So Kola had been reporting Dede to every Tom, Dick and Harry in the house the whole of yesterday, and so he brought her to that table. So as he was reporting her, Ortega and Faith, who had conversations with Dede already, they were trying to defend Dede, to say that this girl is not a hugger and there's nothing wrong about it. The guy was still like, no, that she said this, she did that. Like, he was really trying to smear this girl's image on that table, and he was saying the most just to get it happening. And guess what? Sultana was ready to jump on it. Sabrina, that already has a personal vendetta against Dede, that one just jumped on. Hey, she has this luxury, I am a luxury baby attitude. She wants to bring it to me. She wants to act like she's better than everybody else. The same bullshit that she was telling to Kola, she was repeating it on that table. That was when Sultana opened her mouth with all of her big padded shoulder. She said that, you see, that Dede, that she has no depth. And guys, at that point, I don't even blame her, because it was even Ortega I blame. Ortega at that point was trying to act like the Gandalf of the house. If you've seen Lord of the Rings, was acting like he knows everybody's strategy. He knows what's happening. Guys, at that point, yeah, Ortega was acting like Adekunle. You see that thing Adekunle used to do in Level Up season, where he's always trying to analyze everybody and show that, yes, I know the game, I know. He was doing the exact same thing. And most of the time, he wasn't even really allowing people to talk that much. But he said that he sat down with Dede, you know, they had a talk, and he said that, oh, before God and man, by the time they were done talking, the only thing he remembers is a perfume and what she was wearing, or something. So he was the one that now created that impression again, that Dede is dense, she's probably not intelligent, or blah, blah, or she has no depth. So I love the fact that Faith sees the good in everybody, because he came again and he was saying that no, that depth is different from substance. You cannot say that somebody that you just met in just how many hours does not have depth. It doesn't really make sense. People also choose to share what they want to share to people based on their own personal trauma response. So as a medical doctor, he was giving them the medical explanation of all the wrong perceptions, or like, okay, maybe not perceptions now, but analysis that they have of different people that they had been slandering in that their meeting. But they still refused though. What's her name? Sultana said that that you see that Dede, if you look at her, that the only thing that has substance, the only thing that has substance are the things on her body. That's the things that she wears. I'm like, Sultana, right now you're sounding like a typical pick-me. Yup, you're sounding like a pick-me. Because she now went on to talk about, that Dede puts in too much effort in preparing, in wearing makeup, that look at her, that it's not like she does not like makeup, but do you know that all the makeup artists that are going to do makeup on her face, that she knows how to do makeup more than all of them put together, that her makeup artist in Abuja is the best in Abuja, but she knows how to do makeup more than that person. She was just bragging and bragging and bragging. And I'm looking at Sultana like this. I said, Sultana, hey, now so you be. Also, the way you entered the house, we did not think that you are this malicious and jealous, type of person, because everything she was saying just reeks of jealousy, envy, like green and red envy mixed together. Envy, malice. And also Sabrina, that one also found opportunity, because she too she was already bashing Dede, saying a lot of things. Kola too was listening with satisfaction, because that one, he is still very upset that, Dede rejected his hand of friendship or whatever. And so the conversation continued, but it did not really end there. Rude Boy came with his own theory about Victory and Gigi Jasmine's relationship. According to him, Victory is just using Gigi to pass time. Sultana said that Gigi actually likes Kain Kumi right from the moment he entered the house. So it is actually Kain Kumi that, Gigi likes. Then somebody else then said that he feels like their relationship is fake. They're just trying to use it to catch crews or whatever. Ortega, Grandmaster, Gandalf, now started analyzing. He said that all these relationships come third week is going to scatter, that he and some of the other guys, they are going to scatter it, because the girls have divided them into two, the older guys and the young Gen Z guys. So any relationship that they see, they are going to scatter it. Now, Kola still brought up Dede's talk again, that Dede is now, it looks like Dede is now with head of house, Jason J. And Ortega was trying to explain that, listen, both of them are going to be best friends, but they are not going to date. That the only time it will look like Dede is going to slip up is probably if, the pressure of the house gets to her, because she already has a relationship on the outside. And the others were like, that she's going to slip up. She's easy. Girls, calm down. Slow your horses, because it is looking ridiculous right now. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'm not gonna lie, the gist was sweet though. It was really sweet, because we needed to hear all of the things that those people were saying. However, as I mentioned before, it kind of got irritating at some point, especially listening to Sultana talk, because she sounded so vindictive, she sounded so malicious, so envious of the girls that she was talking about, and she sounded like the ultimate pick-me of the season, because she was just tearing down these people, tearing them down and comparing them to herself, and speaking to how she is much more better than them. And I'm like, girl, you need to remember that at the end of the day, it is us, the viewers, that will, by our own discretion, decide who we prefer between you and these girls that you keep on tearing down. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to stop talking here right now, because this video has become too lengthy. So please go ahead and let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. I will see you guys on another video soon. Thanks for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day, and bye.